One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So South Carolina's offense will go on the attack first. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates. And while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proving to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy each and every week. This dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously. So it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good, and that Heisman talk's going to get louder and louder.
The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So Kentucky's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew that they were going to be facing two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Shakes off the defender. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good sight.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They went 3 out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Makes the catch. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. After that last completion, it's second down. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. Finds his target down the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Back to pass. Oh, he makes the catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Fires to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 15. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before.
What's going on? Why can't we just make a play?
Yardage on the return. What a play there. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
And 3 more
I'm
on
the
the
home
board,
team.
and
Why
this
can't
kicker
I
is starting to get a
do anything?
reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. And the Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Moving away from pressure. He'll pull it down.
Why is Head even out there? Is he even good? Like, what are we doing?
Up to the 30. 33 and is pushed out of bounds. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He wants to go deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. UCLA dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Looking to throw on 1st down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem...
And the defense, they've got him at the 22nd.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Wants to return it. He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on 1st down. Here comes the heat. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Please get to that route, bro.
We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Give to the running back. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped a gain of 6. The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a few. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And to get rid of it quickly. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. It's as if you're in GOAT in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. A shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Offense working from the pistol. Leaves it with the back. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeps it on the bootleg. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Brings it in down the left side. There he goes. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got the tight end. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Easy completion on the shuffle. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
He is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
And the Wildcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Fires into the end zone. He makes a catch. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Wildcats started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking for the goal line. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. Now after the misfire, it leaves them with 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll trim the deficit to 15. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give from the gun. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Open space at the 25. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Got his man. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Under fire. Got his man on the right. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch before he stopped. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been running wild in the 1st half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll run it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. And he can't get past the 2-yard line, but at least they avoided going backwards. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. The give to the back. Oh, he's got a chance. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They boot it away. Looks it in at the 40. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll try to do it himself. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Gamecocks looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Wants to throw on 1st down. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
He'll bring it out. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today.
The Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense got it. Touchdown, South Carolina. The defense putting points on the board.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Motion from the wideout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose on that. It back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Off-play action on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Tight end now in motion. Makes the grab. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. 2nd down coming up. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the wide. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Oh, okay.
And the Gamecocks have moved it inside the 20. shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. He'll do it himself. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. So now on comes the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll try the left side. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Rushes on him. Firing to the right, complete. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Let's see what he can do with it. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops.
Boom, boom, boom.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Scrambling away. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
They'll leave it with him. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
What'd you say?
All the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And the Gamecocks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
South Carolina, 52, Kentucky.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Trying to set up the screen. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Pulls it in down the sideline. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Looking to throw on 1st down. makes the grab. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. To the air on first down. Finds the tight end. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Got a little space. Turning it on. Touchdown, South Carolina. Defense takes matters into its own hands.
They're winning the game, and the defense is helping out their own cause. That's the second time in this game they've recovered.
What are you doing? You doing what? Ew.
And taking it in for a touchdown. We know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but they're showing you why you cannot make mistakes and cough the football up when you play them.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through three. So first down will open up the final period. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He wants to take the top off. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Spins away from the defender. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Gamecocks in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Going for it all. Touchdown Gamecocks. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Now, honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They think there's room to run to the right here. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Got his man downfield. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Using his legs, it's Lester. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Tosses it incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You've got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Give to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. And the Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They've had to settle for a couple of field goals on 3 previous red zone trips. They'd love to get it in on 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Creates a little room. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind him. Nice job.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got him. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. And perhaps there's some confusion. The field goal unit is out there. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. Just into the end zone. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Kicking team's got it. This has to be some kind of trick. The punt team's on the field, and they're in the red zone. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Defense showing blitz here. He'll do it himself. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They go to the draw. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll try to pop the draw. Can't get him to the ground. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. And the Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Looking to throw for it. Oh, they're after him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense has it. They're on the move.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Gives it to the back on the draw. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. The Wildcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. Looking downfield on 1st down. Lofts one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Going back to the well. Another deep ball. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. They've got him before he gets the first down marker, and the screen does not deliver. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Needing to move the chains, here comes Kentucky on fourth. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. After this, it'll be a wrap. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. Behind the chains now on second and long. Handoff to the single running back. And after they get him on the ground, that's going to do it.